Marauders, in this video, I'm going to be venturing out to Kinzua Dam, and then the third video in the series, I'll be visiting my grandparents, who I've never met before, in Johnsonburg, Pennsylvania. When I choose a hotel room, I want a room that I can view my vehicle from a window in the room. Usually it's my SUV, but in this case, it was my Honda Goldwing. I had a great room. The second morning, I woke up to Frost on the motorcycle, which was somewhat of a surprise. And I hope you join me for this journey. I'm going to venture out to Kinzua Dam. And then the third part of this series, I'll be going to visit my grandparents. Hope you enjoy the video. 32 degrees in Warren, Pennsylvania this morning. And wasn't happy to see this. Wasn't expecting this. Oh boy. The Goldwing is christened, no doubt about that. The Goldwing is christened. It's not snow. Those of you who don't live in a cold weather area, it's frost. It should, by I think 8 o'clock, it's supposed to be 34, and then it's going to warm up fast. By 9, it will be 41 degrees. So she'll be warming up fast, but things aren't looking too warm, cozy for the Goldwing. Here's my breakfast of champions. This is just the first round. I got to carb up and protein up this morning. 33 degrees this morning. Started the bike up, hit frost, covered all over it. I have some pictures of it. Just wanted to warm her up a little bit, turn on the electric seat and electric grips to melt some of this frost. I'm gonna wait at least another hour before I leave, but she started up like a champ. No hesitation. This engine is just phenomenal. She's a beast. I'm going to, this morning I woke up, of course there's frost all over the motorcycle. You'll see footage of that. I'm headed to Kinzua Dam. We're gonna go over hopefully the Hickory Street Bridge and drive down 4th Avenue, a lot of historic buildings on 4th Avenue. So I'm not going to get in, there's one of them, beautiful. I'm not going to get into seeing the buildings. I may come back here with my wife this fall if she's interested and take some of the tours they have of these buildings. I'm not sure if they do them by appointment or how they do them, but it's a beautiful old town. This town was named after a Civil War general who died, and a lot of money in Warren, Pennsylvania. I don't know if there still is, but it was an oil town, and before that it was probably lumber, because I think it was established 1888. So, or at least Johnsonburg was. I might be getting the two confused. So it was a oil town, first wood, furniture making and wood, and then oil, and now there is some manufacturing here. Just these buildings are just beautiful, beautiful town. So I've seen people, guys on the motorcycle last night, I'll post a picture of that, were from Florida. They were all on BMW, I think 2 BMW GSs and 1 GSA. And they rode up from Florida. They said they went to a Wildwood race, which I think is an adventure bike race, I'm not positive, in New Jersey. And this should be Hickory Street we're turning on. They went to a Wildwood race in New Jersey. Just a beautiful town. So this is where I kind of ate dinner last night. And this was really a test hop for the motorcycle. So, and to give you some footage of a place that I really like. I've driven through it many times. I've never spent the night here, but I can say I spent the night in Warren, Pennsylvania. It was a test of the Goldwing to see how it would be. Downtown is just beautiful. Just beautiful. We're going over the Hickory Street Bridge. Then we're going to make a left and follow the Allegheny River to Kinzua Dam. So we left downtown Warren. And by the way, I'm riding with no earplugs. The wind protection is so good. And this engine is so calm. Boy, this is a beautiful road. I think this is Route 6. The wind protection's so good and the engine is so quiet, I don't need to wear earplugs, at least at these speeds. I shouldn't be going over 55, because after this, after Kinzua Dam, I'm going to run down to see my grandparents that I haven't seen in over 20 years in Johnsonburg, Pennsylvania. Stay tuned. So money in the oil and oil refining, I believe off to your left, if you can see that. And I have ridden through there on a motorcycle, big oil refinery there. And oil was percolating about the time, early 1900s, when Teddy Roosevelt was sworn in in Buffalo and then traveled through this area on the way to Washington on a train that talked about how the oil was bubbling up through the ground and annoying farmers. So Pennsylvania may still have a heck of an oil industry, I don't know, but very wealthy from the oil industry into the 1900s. And Majestic Lost Trails, I've done a video of the oil pumps up there. So we'll catch you at Kinzua. Just followed, this road is phenomenal. I'm following, it's Kinzua Road, following the Allegheny River, and it is just a beautiful road. I have no music on, and I'm no earplugs. I'm just listening to this engine, which is amazing, following this beautiful road. There's a guy with a fifth wheel behind me. I hope he's, well, I am going the speed limit. It's the first speed limit sign I've seen in a while. So I am going the speed limit on the road. It's weird I was going under the speed limit. But it's just a beautiful windy road to Kinzua Dam from Warren. So I'm just enjoying the moment. The dam should be up here on the left. I'll park in the parking lot and do a quick walk around. One thing I've learned on this trip, big lesson, is I'm ordering Honda luggage that's fixed the panniers on this bike. It's just not fun wrestling with my Harley-Davidson and bags trying to fit them in here. It's not good. I don't like it at all. So on this side of the dam is the Allegheny Reservoir, which is huge. I'm sure they use it for irrigation, but it's a very large reservoir that they use for recreation, boating, beaches, fishing, you name it. And this was, I believe, Seneca Nation, but I'll see if I can find that out. This was sacred Indian ground, which in 1965, actually prior to that, the dam opened, I believe, in 1965. But John F. Kennedy put forward this project in his administration to keep Pittsburgh from flooding, the Pittsburgh area from flooding, which is probably 2 hours, at least 2 hours from here. Concrete dam. I was here as a kid. So this was, I was here in the 70s. I don't even think this bridge was open. I think I was here 11 years after it was open, 75 probably, 76. I have to do some research on it. I did not think this was a hydro plant, but it must be, because they do have transformers down there, electrical gear. So this must be a hydroelectric plant. So they're running that water through turbines. Maybe I'll come back in the future, maybe with a car with my wife, to take a tour of it. So there's a shot of the dam. I don't see, there's the electrical gear. So it must be producing some electricity, but I don't see big lines coming out of it. So I don't think it's a huge hydro plant, but I'll have to look into that. And it looks like there's 4 gates. They have 2 of them open. And she's flowing some water. Beautiful. What a beautiful day. And I thought we weren't going to get rain until next week, Tuesday, but it looks like that's going to bust. That it's going to rain tomorrow afternoon. So from here, I'm going to head out to visit my grandparents, which I haven't been there in probably Johnsonburg, Pennsylvania. I haven't been there in 25 years. So that's where I'm Wow, 24 years. That's where I'm headed from here. I'm probably an hour away. There's a shot of the reservoir. Beautiful. I don't have cell service. This is one of the drawbacks to the new Goldwing, but just the colors are starting to change. It's probably a week or 2 weeks behind in their color.